Sending. Hey, what's going on, guys? Oh, well, welcome to another edition of the Narik Chase channel. We are just throwing them out tonight. That's like how many? Like 5 today?
I don't know, Narik.
Anyways, we are joining. Before I get too hyped and start stuttering again, I have Madam B and Ken with me once again. We are joining forces once again to tackle another movie that could have been better. And in this video, we're going to be talking about The Descent.
Now, The Descent is a 2005 British horror film written and directed by Neil Marshall. Of course, it puts it goes to where, what do you call it, the feminine thing, where it's just women. They follow 6 women who's doing all the manly stuff. Women can do it, but it follows 6 women who's going spelunking in a cave. Yeah.
Gross. Oh wait. Oh, never mind. Spelunking. Okay.
Want to see something creepy?
Okay.
That's what Ray did. He was like, "You want to see something creepy?" Then he smiled. We're like, "Yeah, that's creepy." That what he was talking about.
I can't even look at my belly button here. Just leave it alone.
All right.
So basically, it's about these 6 women go spelunking, meet some underground creatures that used to be people that eat people and kill people in horrible ways.
Well, they're just like animals. They're just grown. They've evolved underground to adapt underground. They don't see. They're blind. They use the senses much like bats and other animals do. But fresh meat is fresh meat. So bring it upon me to chew, chew, chew on you when you show up.
And in these episodes of what they could have done better, the movie doesn't necessarily have to be terrible. Next one we need to do is talk about 50 Shades of Grey. But we're just movies that had so much potential that could have been more effective, more scarier, more funnier, more action-packed, just more better structured. And bulk of these videos are just giving us commentary, and it's different from a review. Just saying, hey, this person was a shitty actor, recast them. But anyways, The Descent, it's a good movie, but it does have a share of flaws. One of the problems with the movie is I think there are too many characters, because at least 2 of those characters could have been one character. And this isn't one of those movies where it's like cannon fodder. You ain't gonna see a whole bunch of people just dying off like that. This movie is about to focus on these characters who are in this bad situation. Yes, some of them died and everything, but you're supposed to care about these characters because you know about these characters. And one of my complaints when we did the review for it was like 2 or 3 of the characters, you don't know nothing about them.
Right.
They're extras.
Then they kind of looked alike. So I couldn't tell whether, she just got killed off. No, she's right there. The other one just got killed off, who I didn't know names.
Yes.
It's kind
of extra. Medium.
So it's 6 women. It should have been 5. Or if there was going to be 6 women, make them all pronounced. Not all. Don't. And the problem was they were all trying to link them to this one woman, which they shouldn't have done it. They should have taken at least. And I'm one of those people, like, I don't need to jump right into the horror and stuff immediately. Give me 20 minutes to get to know these characters, what they're about. Yes, we do get some exposition, but not enough. Especially with some of the extra characters. They get introduced right before they go down there.
Right. Even with some of the main, you would Sarah. You didn't get nothing on her and her husband or her child. So that's like, why even put that in there? It could have been somebody else, and they got into a car accident, and when we would not know. But yeah,
I think honestly, from the way the movie played off, that they shouldn't even show the accident.
No,
they could have just took that time to establish the other character.
Yeah, it could have been sometime after that she's still feeling that, but
or have her wake up in the hospital. Like, do the scene where she woke up in the hospital, just not shown the accident. Maybe have the accident be revealed to us throughout the film.
Let the story evolve. Let it, as we learn our characters, let it develop. Not they were just trying to throw everything up front because they wanted to focus. I think they were just trying to focus everything they had on the cave and the creepy people and people become lunch meat. There wasn't a whole lot of anything more than that, really.
Mm-hmm.
So, they threw everything up front, and then you get a little bit of the story, about the affair and all the other junk as they go. But I mean, what kind of benefit did it do showing it so late? Who cares? The movie's a horror movie. We don't care the background of them. It has no importance.
And also, and this brings to the next point, and this is one of the things I complained about in the review. If you're going to have these creatures, make them consistent. These creatures cannot see. Do not have them doing things in this movie where they can clearly see, where it makes no sense for to do stuff. If you're relying on hearing, you're not going to.
Here he goes.
One of the girls in the movie, the one that can actually climb like the ceiling.
Juno?
Yeah, she was the one that was climbing all over the ceiling, putting the hooks in and stuff. She gets killed when she shouldn't have got killed. Clearly, the monster could see her there because the other two girls.
No, that wasn't Juno. That was somebody else.
The other two girls were screaming. You would think the thing would have ran towards them.
Exactly, go right towards them like a bat after a bug.
And did they do it? No, it went straight for the person that didn't say nothing.
Yeah, clearly it had some flaws with the creatures.
And another one.
Okay.
And then it's like, okay, where they can see, but then there's the two scenes that happen where one of them was crawling over the two girls, and they just kept quiet, and then went past them. So you're like, okay, so it can't see. And then that scene, and then the part where they jump, one of them jumps the girl, and the girl has a stick trying to swing at it, and it's dodging the swings. So I'm like, they can see. And then you have the sequence, and then there's another sequence where, remember, the woman killed the baby, and then the female one attacked her from the water. But I'm like, she didn't say anything. There's no way you could have known that she was in the water. So the female attacks the girl, and then you're like, okay, they can see. And then there's the part where another one shows up. She doesn't say anything, and it crawls right over her and goes about its business. And you're like, can they see or not? So if you're going to make these monsters, depend on hearing to kill their victims, make it to where they're consistent.
Yeah, that seems to be a very good flaw in a lot of movies as of late, where consistency should be key, not staying that path.
And this is a problem I have with the script as well that would have done better. The characters weren't smart. If you're fighting creatures that rely on hearing, what would be the smart thing to do if you're if there's one close to you? You would shut up, and you would what's the easiest thing to do? Pick up a rock, throw it somewhere else. There's sound to catch it. It'll go over there. Not one point in this movie did they ever think to do that.
I mean, which is probably why it was like 6 men. It's like having them say women don't know how to react in certain situations.
I would say that, except that one girl was kicking ass. The one that got stabbed in the leg.
Yeah, Juno.
So I'm like, she was kicking butt. She was literally the best part of the movie. And I think they did us a disservice with the sorry chick who was sorry at the beginning, but then decided to have a backbone by the end of the movie, stab her in the leg.
Yeah, she was pretty messed up through the whole movie, with her husband and the child, and she kept seeing her child everywhere. So she panicked when she didn't need to, and when she should have just kind of calmed down. It's like, okay, why is she here? Like, that is not a place you want to be. And when you're gonna start doing like that and seeing your dead baby all over the place, and now you got these creatures
and those were like my biggest issue with it. Also, kind of the plot. The Juno was the one that was kicking ass, right?
Yeah.
She decided to take them to a completely unexplored cave. Now, one thing I would have liked for them to have established in the movie is people came up missing in that area. They'd had to because those creatures come out. They do hunt out there in the open world. They just go back into the caves.
Mm-hmm. And there were plenty of bones down there.
So there should have been some signs, or even have one of those girls mentioned. I don't know.
I weird place keep disappearing, or the ranger said it's not a safe place or something.
Yeah,
anything would have been great. The priest set it up. Instead, you get the surprise. There's creepers and they eat people.
Yeah, like there should have been something there to establish that, but the movie didn't do that. They try to make it seem like I could understand if they were in the cave and then while they was in this cave, maybe there was a avalanche, not avalanche, like a rock, a cave in or something, and it opened a new area, and they were either going to explore that area of their own fruition, or they were forced to go that way to find their way out, which that seems like that would be more likely.
Yeah, got sidetracked by something that happened, a natural occurrence.
Yes.
Of course, now we go to an unexplored territory. Now what do we expect? Yum yums.
Yes. And yeah, got me saying everything. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go ahead. I'm taking over the conversation.
Oh, really?
Yes. And like we were saying earlier, the movie doesn't establish any of these like relationships or anything prior to. Yes, you got like the main three chicks, but like there should have been a moment where if they're going to talk about this, which I think they did talk about it to a certain extent, let us know what happened. That the whole thing with the cheating, the affair, or whatever, the dealing with this
that shouldn't have been a part of it because it didn't make no sense. It
really, there's no other than the one girl, getting revenge and that, trying to get out of the cave. I mean, other than that, it had no bearing in the story whatsoever.
Which one do you think would have worked better? The story twist being the family died, or the friend, the affair. Which one? If they could have just took one of those plots out, which one do you think they should have kept in?
I mean,
I don't think either one actually helped the story at all.
Was there actually a twist in when it came to them finding out about the affair? I mean, just like there it was.
I mean, I don't mean like I don't mean like twist. I mean like it's a subplot. But like Ken said, the subplot really didn't do much or nothing. I mean, yes, at the end she stabbed her friend in the leg, which is a big move.
I mean, yeah, well,
so you kill your friend because
you get the moment of revenge, and that's
you
it.
Hit her,
I mean,
you
but
hit
other
her.
than that,
yeah, you beat her up, you yell and scream at her. You don't go kill her. I'm like a horrible person.
Push her down a hole or something.
God, damn.
Make it worthwhile,
Sarah, she still wasn't all there after the accident, even though it was a year later. But it was like Juno was trying to be. She was like distant from everybody, so that's why I said, "What was she doing there? Why did she have to come?"
And I did not like the whole they kept getting separated bit. That got on my nerves. That totally pissed me off. I'm like, this should be survival horror where y'all banding together to have to deal with this issue, but they kept getting separated. And it wasn't like they got separated because it's like, yes, when the monsters and stuff first popped off, everybody for some reason ran in different directions. But like that was something stupid.
Like there are 6 doors.
Yeah, and I did not like.
Episode.
I didn't like the fact Juno killed the friend. It was an accident, but it was stupid how she did it.
Yeah, she did not say anything when she walked up. So. I mean,
you got what you got, and you're gonna get mad that she left you there to die, which you technically should have been dead by the time the other girl got there. But you're gonna sit here and get mad that Juno did it. No, you did it. You don't run up behind somebody that's swinging a pickaxe or whatever the heck that was.
Because clearly she was in the moment after she had killed one of them creatures. So you gonna come and do like this? Yeah, I slice you up too.
I think she killed two at the end of that scene. The movie should have been about her. It really should have been about her. But like I said, as far as the characters, they should have emphasized the characters more. The best way to have done that was to have them all six work together. Now, eventually, yes, they start falling by the wayside, but they're together. And that way you could actually get the pronounced features of each character, what they're capable of during this instance, how they'll react in this instance. And it actually would be the girls versus these creatures as well as the environment. Maybe perhaps have one instance where a girl might have died because a rock fell on her or something like that.
Yeah, to remind us that they're lost my grip or something.
Yeah, pull a Barbosa, jump off let go of the anchor and fall onto the dead guy and then fall into the water.
Okay.
Dead man shit. Dead man tell no tales. drop the pickaxe and just jump with it.
Just all go.
Treasure. But that's what I think they should have did with it. That's personally what I think the story should have went with. It should have been maybe the girl was trying to recover or whatever. But then again, yeah, I'm kind of with y'all. I would actually prefer the whole affair thing compared to the family thing. Because the family thing it's a personal issue that the main chick has to get through. Mm-hmm. But the affair would have been something that would have forced her and her best friend to have to deal with. Therefore, that would have created tension.
Like she hadn't seen any of them after the accident. It's like she didn't get in touch with nobody. And they said Juno tried to reach out, but she didn't want nothing to do with him. So she didn't find out till after they were in the cave. And so she's like, I get her back by sticking a pickaxe in her leg.
Yeah, like if you stuck with this person. But wouldn't it be good to see that? There's this tension between these two because she found out in this crap that she had an affair with her husband, right?
But she didn't know about it until what was that? Beth. Sarah encounters Beth, who tells Sarah that Juno wounded her. Beth also gives her Juno's pendant, which she recognizes as a gift from Paul. That's how she found out.
I don't see how, because she had the pendant on the whole time.
Yeah, but she wore it under her shirt.
You sure?
Yeah. She didn't take it off. She gave it to Beth when after she wounded Beth.
I lied. If I was Juno, I'd be like, I said, Beth gave that to you? Beth had that. I would have carried that secret to my grave. Beth tried to get her in trouble.
But like in that, she realized that Juno had an affair with Paul.
Like I said, that should have been an issue that
what time frame? It just said before his death. So,
like I said, the best possible thing they could have did was have these two best friends. Yeah, you cheated. You had an affair with my husband, but we need to work together to get out of here.
We're done with this. Your ass is grass.
That's how it should have played off. I mean, she tried to do a stab. No, I'll wait for a second. They tried to do it, but they didn't do it. I wish they would have really did a better job with that. But that's about all I can say about this. Like I said, it's still a good movie and it's still creepy and stuff. But it's like the characters could have been better. Should have been better done. The plot should have been better done, and the whole like some of the choices when it comes to like the character depths and all of that could have been worked out a lot better. And I still say the film should have just focused on the 6 characters that they're going to have that and flesh them out. The only cool thing I could say about 2 of the girls is one girl fit in the tight spaces, the other one can climb across the ceiling. That was it.
Yep.
But it's still a pretty good movie. Join us next week, guys, so we can talk about The Descent 2. Because that movie was pretty bad. Oh my gosh, it wasn't horrible, but it could have been better. And we're probably not going to do that. You just dropped the chip right there. But any final thoughts? Oh my bad. Any final thoughts?
No, not for me.
All right, then you heard us. You heard our suggestions. And I'm sorry if I eclipsed the conversation. I just talk too much because I like to hear myself talk. But in the comment section below, guys, let us know your thoughts about The Descent. Do you agree with our points about this movie and what they could have done better with the characters, the script, as well as the creatures, and the lack of consistency? But and also hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best what's going on this channel. And guys, join us next week on Tuesday and Thursday for more videos because we will be cranking them bad boys out. And just to let everybody know, in 2 weeks, we're not going to put any videos up because we're not going to be here.
What?
So hey, you're going to have vacay. A short one, but
what's that? I haven't seen one of those in years.
I ain't seen one in a while either. But we'll definitely catch you guys later. Peace out.